Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
At the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check. Check. 48. Come on. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Check 50. Check 50. Check 52.
Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Switch up. Switch up.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Maher able to put this one through. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Allen, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To the air, Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Michael Bennett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, Alpha. You don't know no better. Mike 48, Mike 48. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Let's go.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 24, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen now throwing again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Buffalo.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Alert! At 25 to the mic. We're going smooth. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
6-6, pull it high. Middle. Hey, foxtrot.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 5 wide.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now Austin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Kill.
Final play of the half. Prescott lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He's going deep for Brown. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. Allen throwing complete to Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now Allen again. Flushed out right. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Hey, Orbit.
Give me something. Here we go. Peek it.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Singletary again.
You ain't going nowhere.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
That's what I do. 48, come on. 48, come on. Check that out. Alert. Check me out. Check 48.
Allen. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead.
29, Bills 17.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. From the 29, Prescott, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. To return is Roberts. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Man left, man left. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3 down.
Now a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, here's Foster. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Back to throw. Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's a what? That's a what? Check! Slam, slam, slam! Check nickel, nickel, nickel!
Then we're going to 53. Lucky!
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 3. Trade weapon. Hey, alert 3. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
41 Mike. 41 Mike, right here. 41.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
52-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's caught by Beasley. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Boy, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Then he finds Beasley, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Allen now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Following the interception, here's Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. They've got his man complete past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add 1 more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach